morning one and all. Myself Bhavani from Civil Department. Today we are going to discuss on question mark on the topic of types of environmental hazards and disasters. In the last class we have discussed question mark on environmental hazards. Today we are going to discuss on this types of environmental hazards and its disasters. Means what are the questions we can go through in this topic. Means first one, that is explain the different types of natural hazards and disasters, provide examples and discuss their impact on the environment and human society. Here we already know about what are meant by natural hazards and what is meant by man-induced hazards. Means if these natural hazards like earthquakes, volcano eruptions, tsunamis, when these are going to be occur, means that type of hazards we can't know, means when it is going to be started and when it can be stopped, we don't know anything. But when coming to this man-induced disasters or hazards, we can these man-induced will be caused due to the human beings only, means due to their negligence or due to their some kind of any false observation also we can get these man-made disasters. And in these man-made disasters, it may be floods or it may be some droughts, we can say. Okay, these are all comes under this man-induced hazards. And here in this one, we can go through about these natural hazards and disasters, and we have to discuss their impact, how these disasters, whether it may be natural hazards, how these are impacting on the environment and on the human society. Okay, and what is meant by this natural hazard? First of all, means it is the extreme environmental events that can cause very much damage towards the human life, ecosystem and the infrastructure. Here infrastructure will comes under the property also. And when these type of hazards are generally categorized into four main types. What are they? Means geological, hydrological, meteorological and also biological. And in this biological one, we can say that due to the geology, like due to the earth internal process, we can say here. Geological hazards nothing but these are caused due to the earth internal processes. Means nothing but the some movement of the tectonic plate or displacement of the tectonic plates. Through this one only we are going to get this geological hazard. This may include the earthquakes, volcanoes and also the landslides. And these type of landslides we can observe in the mountainous regions or hilly regions. Okay, means when there will be continuous displacement or movement of these tectonic plates we can observe, means there in the mountainous region these landslides will come towards the that will falling down from that mountainous region. Means so much of them, maybe it may be rocks or maybe it may be soil also, means continuously that will fall down from this mountainous area. And due to this tectonic movements also, earthquakes can also going to be occur and volcanic eruption is going to be occur when there will be both earthquake and volcanoes can be occurred at the same time. Means we already know that in Pacific Ring of Fire, we can in that area there are so many earthquakes and volcano eruptions we can observe. Why? Because when this earthquake is going to be occur, means there will be displacement of the tectonic plates. Means when this displacement of tectonic plates will be there, that will cause the volcanoes to erupt also at that time. So sometimes due to the earthquakes also volcanoes can be erupted. And mainly these are driven by the earth internal processes like tectonic movements. Means for example you can say earthquake can be result from the sudden release of the energy from these fault lines, and due to the releasing of this energy from these fault lines, that will lead towards the ground shaking. Means obviously if earthquakes are going to be occur, means that initial stage will be ground shaking. In some of the areas directly it started from ground shaking, and the next stage will be it is going to collapse the overall high-rise buildings also, and overall these earthquakes occurred means transportation facilities also going to be collapsed. And here there will be, when these earthquakes occur, there will be ground shaking and also structural collapse and also secondary hazards like tsunamis also. And when these earthquakes are going to be occur, when this type of earthquakes, some will be under the seas or oceans also. Means when these earthquakes are occurred in the sea or oceans, means that will also give rise towards this secondary hazards, that is tsunamis. And due to this tsunamis, floods also can be going to be occur. Okay, these are all nothing but the geological hazard which can be observed in the earth internal process here. And next one is hydrological hazards. And in this hydrological hazard, it can encompass the floods and means due to the hydrology, nothing but due to the water region. Means it with respect to the water, what are the hazards we can observe in our in the world and in the overall ecosystem also. Why? Because when this type of hazards are going to be occur means overall ecosystem will going to be get damaged because of this disasters. And here in this hydrological hazards, that is with respect to water, we can observe the disasters or hazards like floods, tsunamis and also the droughts. Droughts occurred when the water ratio is very much less. Okay, then only these droughts can be seen. And these can be associated with the water bodies and also the hydrological cycle here. Means in this one overall hydrological hazard, it is with respect to the hydrology, that is nothing but a study of the water here. And in this one, when these floods can occur means it can trigger the heavy rainfall first of all. If the heavy rainfall is there means river can be overflow and sometimes it may lead towards the dam failures also. And that will lead towards the widespread of damage, displacement of the people. Means at this time of floods occurring, that area people have to just evacuate their own place and they have to shift to another place to save themselves. So when this type of flood hazard is going to be occur means there will be so much damage and there will be displacement of the people and also the contamination of fresh water resources. Means at the time of floods, overall so much of waste matter can be mixed with this fresh water and that can be contaminated. And sometimes these, when the contamination of the water is very much means that will leads towards the waterborne diseases like malaria, cholera, like this one. So we have to be very careful when this type of hydrological hazards are occurring. From these hydrological hazards only we are going to get the waterborne diseases also, and that will also damage the ecosystem. Next one is meteorological hazards, and in these meteorological hazards it will involve the overall atmospheric processes and also it include hurricanes, tornadoes and also heat waves. And in this one, tornadoes can be occurred when there is heavy wind like that one. And when, for example, we can say when these hurricanes can be occurred means that will form over the warm ocean water. Means when the not this will be formed on the warm ocean water and it can bring the strong winds. These hurricanes can be occurred when there is a heavy rainfall and also storm surges can be occurred at that time. By because of these hurricanes also that will devastate the coastal regions and that will lead towards the loss of the life and property here. Why? Because when this type of hazards giving rise towards the overall it will damage the first of all human lives and also it will there will be so much loss of the property and also the life also, whether it may be humans or whether it may be animals. And when this type of hurricanes or any tornadoes occur means it is going to be occurred at very much speed. Why? Because these winds will be very much strong at that time, and when there will be heavy rain also we can't sustain that type of rainfall at that time. So many people they are losing their life and also losing their family members, losing their properties at the time of this meteorological hazards also. Next one is biological hazards, and in this biological hazards, it is refers towards the pandemics and also insect infestations and also wildfires. And when these type of all the biological hazards are going to be occurred means it is directly linked towards the interaction of these living organisms and also the environment. Why? Because when this type of biological hazards are going to be occurred means that can be due to the environmental conditions also, and also its interaction with the living organisms, that is ecosystem. Means when there is so much of the damage towards the ecosystem or also to the environment means because of this biological hazard we are going to lose so many people. Why? Because best example we already know, that is due to the coronavirus or COVID-19, we already lose so many people because of this pandemic. And when this type of pandemic occurs, this will overall, we can't sustain this type of pandemics. Why? Because we can't know how we can save themselves from that. Means there is no medicine, and there are only some precautions can be seen tell by the government or by the World Health Organization. Means by this pandemics, immediately we can't know how to protect ourselves and what are the precautions we have to take and what is the medicine we have to take. Means any type of pandemics is occurred means we have to be very careful to not get into touch with the other human beings, or whether it may be handshaking, or when they are sneezing also we have to be very much far away from that people. And so these are all the precautions we can follow towards protecting our loved ones and also the ourselves. Why? Because if this COVID is going to be risen for the last 4 years means now just we know about the medicine, what type of medicine we can use. So when these means from decades to decades we already seeing this type of pandemics means when cholera, that is also a pandemic, and at that time also so many people they lose their lives also, and due to this COVID also so many people they lose their lives and their loved one also. And here this will these type of pandemics will cause them so much damage towards the ecosystem, and also due to this one there will be changes towards the environment. Means this type of COVID virus or coronavirus, it will be in the environment only. Means we can't know it that type of virus is present in the atmosphere. Means just we are going to inhale that type of viruses, we are going to get this COVID. Like that, these biological hazards are very much dangerous when compared with these other hazards. Means other hazards we know means if the type of hazards is coming means we can know the protection, means how to protect ourselves. But when this biological hazard is coming means we can't know means where it is, that type of virus or fungi, where it is and where we can see that one, we can't know anything. Just after getting this COVID virus, some precautions can be followed by this biological hazards. And coming to the next question, that is discuss man-induced hazards and disasters and what are the primary causes and how they can be mitigated. And in this man-induced hazards, these are also known as the anthropogenic hazards. Here, these hazards can be seen because of the human activities. Means some people they know what they are doing. Means after these man-made hazards, we can say that that can be somewhat people can be do this type of hazards unknowingly or somewhat knowingly also. Means some of the best example that is nuclear plant failures or any explosions, like that one. Okay, and here this type of man-made disasters can be occurred with severe consequences for both the society and also the environment. Here main cause of this man-made hazards are due to the industrialization, urbanization, deforestation, pollution, and also the unsustainable resources use. Here, when we are going to do the deforestation for the development of the urban areas means that will also leads towards the man-made disasters. And when we are developing the industrialization, means when we are developing these industries also, from these industries we are going to get so much of harmful wastage that is going to be come from these industries. When that type of wastage, that type of toxic chemicals, when they mixed with the water or mixed towards the atmosphere, means that also cause the numerous diseases to us, means that can be airborne diseases or that can be waterborne diseases. Some of the examples we can see here means that is industrial accidents. And what is meant by this industrial accidents means due to the industries, means because of these industries what are the man-made disaster we are facing, means such as chemical spills or nuclear plant failures and also the explosions, means this can having the catastrophic effect. Means for example we can say Bhopal gas tragedy, means at the time of this tragedy so much of the chemical that released from this Bhopal gas industry, means from that one, when that harmful gas goes into the atmosphere or goes into the air, means automatically when people they are going to inhale that type of harmful or toxic gases, means they are going to face the death also. Means as it is happened in this Bhopal gas tragedy that is happened in 1984. And when this type of Bhopal gas tragedy happened, when that toxic gas that happened to be go towards the environment or towards the air, means that causes thousands of death because of the release of this toxic gases. And here due to the deforestation also we can say them there will be so much risk of these hazards like landslides and also the floods that are overall disrupting this ecosystem. Why? Because this ecosystem is damaging because of the main reason is deforestation. Means so many people they are just are doing these deforestation for the purpose of the development of urban areas or for the development of the agriculture also. Means when we are doing that one, means that will lead towards the soil erosion. Why? Because these when we are removing the trees, means that will be removing of these trees that will leads towards the land ability to not absorb the water, means that will automatically lead towards the soil erosion and there will be increased sediments in the rivers also. This can cause the floods towards the downstream. This deforestation can be very much dangerous towards the ecosystem. And if you are going to remove these trees, means there is no vegetation, means no observing of the water can be seen. So at that time floods can be occurred and also there will be so much sediments can be present in the rivers also. And next one is pollution. And in this pollution particularly we can say that contamination of the water or contamination of the air, that also causes this air pollution and also the water pollution here. Means these two, because of this air pollution and water pollution, this will pose the very significant health hazards. Means for example we can say that industrial emissions of greenhouse gases like sulfur dioxide or carbon dioxide, when these type of harmful or toxic gases that will release into the atmosphere, means that will just cause very much damage towards the climatic conditions. Means these are all the greenhouse gases which can contribute towards the changes in the climate. And also this in turn this will increases the frequency and intensity of the natural disasters like droughts and also the hurricanes. And when these droughts occur, means because of the scarcity of the water only these droughts can be seen. And coming to the next one, that is urbanization. And in this urbanization, without any proper planning, it can lead towards the increased vulnerability of this towards the hazards here. Means this urbanization is nothing but when we are going to develop the urban areas, means automatically there will be growth in the population also. When the population is going to be grow, means that is going to increase the disasters like fires and also the building collapses can be seen, heat waves we can see, and Also, in some of the urban areas, there will be also scarcity of this sufficient green spaces, means we can't see the greenery in urban areas. Means when we are comparing the rural areas and also the urban areas, means in rural areas there will be so much of vegetation and also the greenery we can see there. But in urban areas, very rare we are seeing this type of green spaces. Means when there will be green spaces, means that will reduce the amount of the greenhouse gases that is going to be released into the atmosphere. So when there is greenery or vegetation we are growing in the urban areas also, it can be safe towards the environment and also for the breathing purpose of the urban people also, that will be very much means beneficial towards the urban area people also. Greenery should be there in the urban areas. So nowadays we are seeing already green houses like that one. Means when we are going to construct this type of green houses, we can observe so much of the greenery in that type of houses. Means there will be so much effect because of this greenhouse effect. Means there will be so much of oxygen we are going to get from that greenery. Means that nearby people also, when they are inhaling that type of fresh greenery O2 also, they are going to be just getting they are not going to get any type of health issues also. Greenery should be there, and due to this lack of green spaces in the urban areas, that and also the proper infrastructure, it can leads towards the extreme events also. And coming to the next question, that is define and differentiate between endogenous and exogenous hazard. Provide examples of each. Here, endogenous is nothing but the earthquakes and also volcanoes and also tsunamis. Means due to the earth internal processing only, these endogenous hazards can be seen. Exogenous nothing but earth external process. Due to the earth external spaces, these exogenous hazards can be seen, like tsunamis, floods and also the droughts and etc. Here, what is meant by these endogenous hazards? First of all, means these are originate from the processes within the earth. Means within the earth means internally of the earth's surface, these endogenous hazards can be seen. These can be included the earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, like that one. Means for example, we can say these earthquakes are caused due to the sudden releasing of the energy along the fault lines. Means when there is movement of the tectonic plates, these earthquakes can be occurred. And likewise here also, volcanic eruptions can be seen when there is magma from the earth's surface that reaches the overall from the internal of the earth, it will that overall magma will go towards the earth surface. Means that will result in the releasing of the ash, volcanic ash, lava and also some of the harmful gases. Means these harmful gases can be carbon dioxide and also the sulfur dioxide. These are somewhat toxic gases we can say. And next one is tsunamis. Means these tsunamis can be often triggered by the underwater earthquakes. Means when these earthquakes are going to be occur, means when there will be displacement of the tectonic plates, there is going to be rise in the water level. When there will water is going to be risen at a certain level, this type of tsunamis can be occurred, and this considered as the endogenous, as it is one of the earth internal processes. And next one is that is exogenous hazard. These exogenous hazards are nothing but the earth external spaces. These exogenous hazards can be occurred. Means this can be occurred on the earth surface also. Means on the earth surface, these exogenous hazards or disasters can be observed. Some of the main types of these exogenous hazards we can see, means atmospheric and hydrological events such as hurricanes, floods, droughts also. And here we can say that hurricanes can be occurred for occurred on the ocean water. When there is over the warm ocean water due to the atmospheric conditions, when there is a change in the atmospheric conditions on the warm ocean water only, these hurricanes can be occurred. This can also cause the extensive wind damage and also the storm surges and also heavy rainfall. Means when this type of hurricanes are occurred means we can see this type of heavy rainfall, strong winds, storm surges. Okay. And coming to the next one, that is floods. When these floods are going to be occurred means that will result from the extensive rainfall and also the river overflow or by the melting of the snow and also the ice here. Means in some of the areas, means some of the cool areas, cool regions we can say, in this type of region, in the winter season or in the rainy season, what will happen? These so much of the ice blocks will be there. But in summer season, means when there is high temperature, means this ice can be melted easily at that time. Means when this melting of the ice and also snow we can see, means that also going to be causes the floods here. And next one is droughts. These droughts can be caused due to the shortage of the rainfall and shortage of the water. Means this will be caused by the prolonged period of low precipitation, and this can be one of the exogenous hazard that will lead towards the water shortages, crop failure and also the desertification. Here, when this type of droughts occur means this occur due to the low precipitation. Okay. And the next one is analyze the environmental and social impacts of volcanic eruptions, include both immediate and long-term effect. Here we know about what are the environmental impact of volcanic eruptions and also the social impact on the volcanic eruptions we know. Okay. Coming to this volcanic eruptions, it is one of the natural hazard which is very much powerful with a significant damage towards the environmental as well as the social impact. And it will means what are the immediate environmental impacts we can say on this means first one, that is destruction of the ecosystem. And in this destruction of the ecosystem, here what we can know about this ecosystem means because of the lava flows or pyroclastic flow and also the ash fall, this can devastate the local ecosystem. Why? Because this lava flow, pyroclastic flow and also the ash flow, because of the volcano eruptions, this can automatically and directly, this can damage the ecosystem. That will, when this type of lava that will flow on the ground or off the ground also, it will cause so much damage towards the vegetation or the wildlife habitats and also the agricultural fields. Means nearer by this volcano, so many people are living. Means so many towns or cities can be living nearer by these volcanoes. Means when volcano is going to be erupted at a high flow of this lava, means that lava is going to be flow in the downstream towards the areas where it is where the downstream can be seen. Means where there is a slant level, this lava can be flow towards that path. When it is flowing, when this type of vegetation, wildlife habitats, when they are coming in their path, means it will just destroy that type of vegetation when it is coming in that path also. And in that case, so many agricultural field also, they are going to be damaged at that time. But after some time, that agricultural land can be used and that will be having so many minerals because of this lava flow also. Okay. And for example, we can say because of the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980, these obligated the very vast area of the forest that will leave the barren landscape. Means because of this lava flow, this overall forest area in this St. Helens Mount area, that forest, it got overall devastated because of this volcanic eruptions. And next one is air pollution. Means when these volcanoes are going to be erupted, means that will release the large amount of the volcanic ash and also the harmful gases like sulfur dioxide and also carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Means when this type of toxic gases or the volcanic ash that will go towards the atmosphere means that can lead towards the respiratory problems for both humans as well as the animals here. Due to this only, it can contribute towards the acid rain, and also due to this acid rain, it will impact the aquatic life and also the aquatic ecosystem and also vegetation. Okay, it will going to be destroy the overall vegetation when this air pollution is going to be occurred because of these volcanoes. And next is societal impact of this because of these volcanoes. What are the societal impacts we can see means loss of life and injury. Means here when these volcanoes are erupted in the very much populated area means we can say that at that time so many people they are going to lose their lives and also lose their property also, and so many people are going to be injured at that time. Why? Because for example we can see in the area of Mount Vesuvius in AD 79, so many people are buried because of this volcano, and the cities of Pompeii and also the Herunium, they killed the overall thousands and hundreds of people at the time of this volcanic eruption. And next one is displacement of people or population. Here, when these volcanoes are going to be erupted means these meteorological people, they will just warn the people who are living nearby this volcanic eruption, volcanic areas. Means when they get to know about the eruption of these volcanoes means immediately they have to evacuate their places. Okay, maybe it may be temporarily or permanently they have to evacuate that area. Otherwise, they are going to be lose their lives or lose their properties also. Means when this type of displacement of population is going to be occurred due to this volcanic eruption means there will be so much loss of homes and also the livelihood. It can be sometimes long-term social and economic consequences we are going to face. Why? Because when they are temporarily moving their native place means of course they will come back, but when they are moving permanently means they are going to lose their houses also. Means they are going to get habituated towards their new livelihood there. Next one is long-term environmental impacts. Here in this long-term environmental impact, first one is climatic effect. Means because of the volcanic eruption, so many toxic gases or some volcanic ash and also toxic gases that are going to be released into the atmosphere. Means when they are going to release like sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere means that will be overall air pollution can be occurred at that time. Means that will lead towards the short-term global cooling. Means in the form of acid rain we can get this air pollution towards the human beings. Okay. Means for example we can say the eruption of Mount Pinatubo that is occurred in 1999. Means at the time of this volcanic eruption so much amount of the sulfur dioxide it goes into the stratosphere. Means it results in the temporary decrease in the global temperature. Means when this type of some sulfur dioxide or carbon dioxide goes into the atmosphere means these are all the greenhouse gases. Means when they go into the atmosphere means there will be damaging the climatic condition, that is ozone layer is going to be opened somewhat, it is going to be open because of this effect of the greenhouse gases. So because of the volcanoes also there will be so much environmental impact because of the volcanoes here. Next one is soil fertility. And here when the volcanic ash can be break down and it will enrich the soil with great minerals means it is going to make them high fertile and ideal for the agricultural purpose. It is one of the beneficial thing we get to know about this volcanic eruption. Means after this volcanic ash goes into the earth surface means after some time it will cool down. Means at that time that agricultural field is going to be with numerous type of very good minerals, and when we are going to means grow the crops like that one means it will be very much it gives them very good crop at that time. It is one of the reason why these volcanic regions are often support the dense human population despite the risk, we can say. Means this, of course we know that there will be so much risk to live under these volcanoes, but so many people they are living there because of the soil fertility. Okay. And next is social impact, economic loss. First one, that is due to the volcanic eruption, there will be so much of the destruction in the infrastructure and agricultural land and also businesses, and this can lost in the it is one of the long lasting economic challenges. And also because of this volcanic eruption, tourism can be also going to be means income is going to be reduced because of this volcanic eruptions. Next one is cultural loss. Here, because of the volcanic eruption, it is going to destroy the historic sites and also the artifacts and also some landmarks. It can going to be just washed out because of this volcanic eruption. That will lead towards some loss of important heritage and also identity of the affected communities also. Coming to the next one, that is what are planetary hazards and how do they differ from extraplanetary hazard? Provide examples of each. Here, planetary and extraplanetary, this will represent the two categories, and in these two categories, first one is planetary hazard. Means what is meant by these planetary hazards means hazards which are going to be occur within the earth surface or earth system. Means that may be from the man-made hazards or man-made or natural processing also. These planetary hazards can be seen. This include the both geological, hydrological, atmospheric and biological hazards here. Means for example, we can say earthquake. This earthquake is one of the geological hazard. This can be caused due to the movement of the tectonic plates within the or beneath the earth surface. Means when this earthquake is going to be occurred means that will lead towards the ground shaking. And when ground shaking is started means of course there will be loss for the infrastructure collapsing also. And coming to the next one, that is hurricanes. These hurricanes, these are nothing but the atmospheric hazard. Means when these hurricanes are occurred means it can be means these are the intense tropical storms that is going to be develop on the warm ocean water. Means on the warm ocean water only these hurricanes can be seen. Means when this type of hazard started means it can cause them excessive damage towards them, high winds and also storm surges and also heavy rainfall also. Means when this type of hurricanes occur means it will come with the strong winds, storm surges and also the heavy rainfall. Next one is extraplanetary hazard. Means we can say this type of hazard is due to the threat that is going to be originate outside of the earth. Means that can be solar flares or cosmic radiation or asteroid impact also. Okay, that will also going to be damaged or that will impact the our earth planet also. Means for example we can say due to the asteroid impact, means when these asteroids are coming towards our earth or when it hit the earth means that will going to cause them massive destruction. Means due to this massive destruction also that will lead towards the mass extinction and also there will be climatic changes. For example, we can say that almost 66 million years ago, because of the asteroid only, extinction of the dinosaurs are occurred. Means when these asteroids, when they are going to hit the earth planet means there will be so much damage to the earth planet. Means at the time of that extinction of these dinosaurs also. So much damage happened at that time. Okay. And next one is solar flares. Means due to this solar flares, it is nothing but the burst of the radiation of the sun. Means the sun radiation, when that is directly fall on our earth planet, means that is going to disrupt the satellite communication. Means when the satellite communication is going to be get damaged, means there will be no communication of the means mobile networks is going to be damaged, and TV communication, like getting the channels or like that one, that is going to be damaged at that time. Means by disrupting these satellite communications also, that is going to be very much damage the whole planet at that time. Means that also impact the power grids, and also that will pose a risk towards the asteroid who are living in the space also. Means outside of the earth it is going to be happen. Okay. And coming to the next one, that is discuss the role of climate change in increasing the frequency and severity of environmental hazards and disasters. Means what is the impact of these various types of environmental hazards and disasters towards the climatic change. Means because of the environmental hazards and disaster, how our climatic change is going to be damaged. Means how it is changing, climate conditions is why it is changing because of this hazards and also the disasters. Here this climatic change, it plays the significant role in increasing the frequency and severity of the environmental disasters and hazards. Means when there is change in the global temperature, or there will be rising in the global temperature, means climatic condition, means climatic system will become more unstable. Means it is not going to be stable at that time because of the increase in the global temperature. That will lead towards some more extreme weather conditions. Means weather events is going to be occur, and there will be change in the patterns of the natural hazards. Means what are the various factors we can see in this climatic change? Means there will be increased frequency of the extreme weather condition. Means how these change in the extreme weather conditions we can say, means this climatic change is linked towards the frequent and severe heat waves. Means when this type of heat waves, storms, and also the heavy rainfall events occur, means that is all, means these heat waves, cold waves, storms, and also the heavy rainfall, these are all the factors that will lead towards some change in the climatic condition. Means for example, because of the warm ocean temperature, that will lead towards the very powerful hurricanes. Means obviously we know that hurricanes are occur due to the over warm seawater. Means on the warm seawater only these hurricanes are occur. When the ocean water are warm only, hurricanes are occurred. Means that will lead towards the change in the climatic conditions. And next one is rising sea levels. Means when there is a rising in the sea levels also, that will impact the climatic conditions. Means how it is impacting, means when melting of the polar ice and thermal expansion of the seawater is going to be happen, means that will contribute towards some increase in the sea levels. Means that will also increase the risk of coastal flooding and also the storm surges, especially during the hurricanes and also the tufans. Means when there is changing in the temperature like that one, means there will be melting of this ice or snow can be happen, and there will be thermal expansion of the seawater also going to be contribute towards the rise in the sea level. When there will be rising the sea level, means firstly these storms, hurricanes or tufans can be occurred at that time. Means that will increase the risk of this coastal flooding, and also the storm surges are going to be happen at that time. Next one is droughts and wildfires. And in this drought and wildfire, when there is high temperature and also changing precipitation pattern also, that will lead towards some prolonged droughts. Means we already know these droughts are going to be happen because of the low level rainfall. Means when there is low level rainfall occurred in sufficient in some area, means at certain period we are observing that low rainfall, means that will be called as the droughts. These droughts are going to be happen because of the high temperature and also changing in the precipitation patterns, and this also lead towards the risk of wildfires here. Means these occurring of these droughts or occurring of these wildfires, these are very much common in the regions like California, Africa, and also the Australia. And next one is impact on ecosystems and agriculture. Means what is the main impact that is going to be occur on our ecosystem and as well as the agriculture. Means when there is change in the climatic condition, means that is going to be disturb the ecosystem first of all, that will leads towards the habitat loss, and species can be extinct. Species extinction can be seen because of the climatic changes. Means firstly, these altered weather patterns that can impact the agriculture, that will lead towards the food insecurity and also the increase the risk of the famine. Means when there is increasing of the famine, means in some of the regions, that will also damage the ecosystem and that will damage the agriculture also. Means overall these climatic conditions, because of the change in the climatic condition, that will overall disrupt the ecosystem. It will lead to the habitat loss and species extinction also. It will be great risk towards the famine areas in some of the regions. Okay. This is all about the changes in the climatic conditions because of different types of environmental hazards and disasters. These are the references books. Thank you everyone.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.